Stranger Things fans, where are you guys at?
What a week for him. I mean, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals against Villanova. I mean, he was doing it all. I mean, clearly an amazing performance individually, but it seems like in this team with the youth that we talk about all the time, he's kind of, you maybe you wouldn't agree, but it seems like he's kind of becoming the elder statesman, kind of the leader, the older player on this youthful team. What do you think about his performance and maybe that assertion?
He is currently the Jays' best player. That is subject to change, but he is the Jays' best player. He is the guy that they, in my opinion, to run their offense around a lot more, have him be a lot more of a focal point of the offense. He had a couple of 25-point games. I think he just put up 19 against Villanova. Uh, Elder statement is true, right? He has a ton of experience. This is a guy who can use his experience in these types of situations because he is a champion. He knows how to play in those high pressure, high leverage games, and he delivers. That's what he does. He delivers even against Arizona State. Probably the worst game I think of his Creighton career so far. But he bounces back and has a great game against Villanova. Definitely a much better team than Arizona State is. So we know that the talent is there. We know that the know-how is there. But what I'm really liking from Ryan Hawkins is the leadership that he brings for, like I said, such a young core and a team that hasn't really played too much together. They're able to feed off of his leadership. He makes heady plays in the right moments. He seems to always be in the right spot offensively and defensively. Whether or not shots is falling for him is going to be, one thing, but he's always crashing the boards. He's going to be up there in the, you know, low teens of rebounds on any day. So he's been a godsend for the Jays, and I'm obviously very happy that he's wearing a Creighton jersey right now. Um, the leadership is what this team needs, and until the other guys kind of develop their ways to be leaders, right, they can all lean on Ryan Hawkins for the time being to have that leadership and to steer the ship into the right direction whenever things go astray a little bit.
Yeah. And certainly we're all excited to have him come to the squad this year, but I don't think anybody really expected him to adjust this quickly and this well.
Mhm.
He's been tearing it up. I know we like to avoid comparisons to former Creighton forwards.
No,
That's
don't
gross.
let's
We
not
won't
do
do.
it. Last time I did that, he had that bad game against Arizona State. We're axing that away. Ryan Hawkins is his own man. You're the man, dude. If you're listening to Ryan Hawkins, you're the man. You're your own guy. I'm not comparing you to anybody, even though some moves look similar. That doesn't mean that I have the right to compare. I just please don't have one of those Arizona State games again. We need you, brother.
In lieu of any type of comparison, I will just say his inside out
Exactly.
ability to be one of our best 3 point shooters in the year where maybe that's not our forte. But also he
Mhm.
can slide in and score in the post. Now we've seen against tough Big East competition. I mean, what do you think about that flexibility? It certainly seems helpful in an offense that's still kind of finding its identity, right?
He's a little bit of a Swiss Army knife offensively because he's got the 3 point shot, he's got the mid range game, he's got that little floater when he gets into the paint off of a downhill drive. He can also back that guys down, and his footwork is so that when his primary move is taken away, he has a secondary and a third move they could rely on. So he is that Swiss Army knife for the Jays offensively. I'm very pleasantly surprised. Obviously, didn't know too much about him coming in aside from his resume. I hadn't seen him play too much. Got to see him play a little bit this summer, and still didn't see everything that he's showing right now. I guess he didn't want to show me everything while I was on campus and in the same gym as the Jays, but uh, he's shown me a lot, and his offensive game definitely deserves respect. The issue that's going to come is obviously a lot more teams are going to focus their game plan around him, seeing as he is can do a little everything. This is when I'm expecting the likes of Alex O'Connell. We still haven't seen Arthur Kaluma's best game. Ryan Nemhard. Those guys are really going to have to step up when teams are really starting to key in on Hawkins. And I'm expecting that to happen because those other guys are extremely talented too. Coming into the game, I would have bet that Alex O'Connell would have been our leading scorer, but he has decided upon himself, and I'm assuming with the coaching staff too, that he needs to be the best perimeter defender, and he's done an amazing job of that. I'm never going to take that away from him. In fact, I praise him for taking that step as a senior to be that defensive leader that he's been in the first third of the season so far. But Ryan Hawkins has filled into that spot of leading scorer, best offensive player. And like I said, in my opinion, I think the Jays should really kind of uh, run their offense a little bit more through him, kind of use him a little bit more as a decoy, have more actions, where the defense is focusing on him, and you blindside him with a backdoor cut or whatever the case may be. I'm not the offensive genius that Coach Mack is, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, very pleasantly surprised